Magandang araw mga kaibigan. Ito, may magandang update tungkol sa impeachment kay VP Sara. Sa interview ni Karen Davila sa House Secretary General Reginald Velasco, ipinaliwanag ng House Secretary General na apeke na ang panahon, yung session period, para yung buong proseso sa impeachment makumpleto para ma-transmit sa Senado. Very tight ang calendar o session days. Plus, maraming umamin ang House Secretary General na isang dahilan is yung nag-aalanganin ng mga kongresista na pumirma dahil papalapit ang eleksyon, lalo na sa Mindanao, baka maresbakan sila ng mga botante ng Mindanao kung pipirma sila sa impeachment, kung i-endorse nila ang impeachment ni VP Sara. So, magandang balita po ito. Pakinggan natin ang interview.
The fact that the lower house has a supermajority right now, it's quite surprising why the complaints can't get 103 signatures. Based on your experience, what makes it difficult this time?
Well, I cannot speak on behalf of the House members, no? But I would imagine that, number one, they want a complaint that will be signed and endorsed by the one-third requirement, no? One-third requirement. And that's what they want to see. Because given the few remaining session days, no? Because if you will count the remaining session days of the 19th Congress, there will be only about 5 times 3, that's about 15 session days.
Napakalit, 15
before
days.
its final adjournment, no, in June. So, for 15 session days, it will be very difficult to process it, applying the rules. Referred to the Committee on Rules by the Speaker, Committee on Rules to the plenary goes to Committee on Justice, no? That whole process, if it will take place, that will need more than 18 session days.
Oh, yun.
So, maybe, I'm just guessing, maybe the House members are hesitant because of this very short time frame.
Or is it...
Yan. So, wrong timing ang pag-file ng impeachment complaint versus VP Sara. Alay, kahit gustuhin man ng mga kongresista na suportahan ang impeachment, hindi masunod yung buong proseso. It needs more than 18 session days. 15 days, 15 session days na lang, kulang, kaya alanganin magsuporta ang mga kongresista. But ito ang mas mabigat na dahilan, itong question ni Karen Davila, nalalapit ng eleksyon.
The fact that the elections are coming up, the midterm elections, is this a factor why they are not signing?
It could also mean that, because the moment they sign this or endorse, the moment they endorse through their signature, through a resolution, any of the complaints, it could affect their re-election efforts, especially if one congressman is running for a national post like a senatorial bet or party list. Party list candidates are voted nationwide, no? So maybe one of their concerns is the votes that they could gather potentially from Mindanao.
Yun.
Okay. Another question is
Yun. Alam ng mga kongresista kung gaano kalakas ng suporta ng taga Mindanao sa mga Duterte. Si PBBM nga, yung latest na survey ng Pulse Asia ba yun or SWS, I'm not sure basta either of the two. Sa 10 botante, 10 Pilipino, isa lang ang may tiwala kay PBBM. Ang siyam, walang tiwala. Ibig sabihin nun, yung 90% mga Duterte, 10% lang ang para sa administrasyon. Ganon po kalakas ang suporta ng mga taga Mindanao sa mga Duterte. Kaya yung mga kongresista dito sa Mindanao, ang iisip yan. Yung resback ng mga nagmamahal kay BP Sara. Kahit hindi taga Mindanao. Ito na lang rally ng iglesia sa January 13. Isang factor din yan na nakikita ko. Kasi lumalabas lang ang galing ng ginawa ng iglesia. Peace rally ang kanila. Suporta sa panawagan ni Pangulong Marcos Jr. na wag nang ituloy ang impeachment para hindi ma-divide o magkawatak-watak ang Pilipino. Diba? Napakaganda. But, underneath that one, if you read between the lines, ang rally ng iglesia is a subtle form, sikretong pagpapadayag ng suporta ng Iglesia ni Cristo kay BP Sara. Kaya ang mga kongresista nag-iisip ng malalim bago pumirma. Kasi pag pumirma sila sa endorsement ng impeachment patasa markado na sila sa Iglesia ni Cristo. Okay? So, yun po ang magandang balita. Ituloy natin pakikinig sa interview.
is during the time of former President Joseph Estrada, he was impeached in the lower house just by shouting yeas and nays. I remember it was just, and then former House Speaker Manny Villar transmitted it already. Have those rules changed?
No.
No.
No. Well, what happened during the tenure of Speaker Villar was he was able to gather all the signatures required for the 1/3, no? So it was not a simple vote, ayes and nays, no? It was really a document signed by more than 1/3 of the House members, no? Because without the signatures, then you cannot validate that Speaker Villar at that time was able to gather the 1/3 impeachment requirement, no? Which is provided for in the Philippine Constitution. So, I would imagine that it was not a simple vote, no? The document was ready. It was already pre-signed by the House members who were supporting the impeachment of the then President Joseph Ejercito Estrada. So there has to be a document duly signed by the House members before it's forwarded to the Senate.
Okay. Well, on that note, I think we will be speaking to you again soon as we wait for the...
So, ulitin natin ha. Hanggang ngayon, wala pang kasiguruhan na may 103 congressmen na handang pumirma sa endorsement ng impeachment complaint. May hinihintay pa daw na pang-apat na impeachment complaint. No problem, kahit 10 pa yan. Basta ang binabantayan ng lahat, ang Iglesia ni Cristo na rally by January 13. Kung ano ang resulta niyan, game changer yan sa impeachment ni BP Sara o hindi. Kaya inaasahan, very exciting, maraming dadalo sa January 13 na rally ng peace rally ng Iglesia ni Cristo na welcome ang lahat. Kahit hindi ka member ng iglesia, pwede kang sumama. Kaya tingnan natin, pang Guinness World Record na naman itong rally ng Iglesia ni Cristo.